Good afternoon. This is Sri here with the Week 17 preview of the NFL. Last week, both Satish and I went three games head to head, three different games, and I think I caught up with Satish a little bit here. But the one big loss was for the Ravens that I picked against them. They went and completely demolished 49ers in potential Super Bowl preview. Brock Purdy probably had one of the worst games of his season with four interceptions, and 49ers could not get anything going. So with that, the Ravens now have the best record in the NFL. The 49ers still hold the number one spot, 11-4, and with the Eagles right behind them. But anyway, this week, these are the three games I'm going to go and pick. I'm just going solo here today. So Lions at Cowboys. Interestingly, the Cowboys are picked by 5.5 points. I still think that's a little too much, but the Cowboys have been pretty decent at home. But they're coming off a big loss against the Dolphins. And since they are pretty good at home, I would pick the Cowboys to win this matchup. However, I don't think they're going to cover the 5.5. I still think it's a little too much. Very happy for the Lions. They could still get a shot at the number one seed. But a lot of things need to happen. But I have a feeling that the Cowboys and Dak Prescott will bounce back. They had a pretty decent game against the Dolphins, but the Dolphins definitely came back strong in the second half. And while I think the Lions are clicking on cylinders, to me they seem inconsistent from time to time. There are times their offense is in sync, and there are times they're a little off. But anyway, I feel that the Cowboys win, but don't cover the spread. The next one was probably be the potential AFC championship matchup. Dolphins playing at the Ravens. The Ravens are picked to win by 3. And the Ravens, I saw a stat that they had wins over all the playoff-bound teams by at least 14 points or more. So that's actually pretty good. Like I said, Lamar is playing like an MVP candidate. Their defense really stepped up against 49ers. They give all kind of different looks to Purdy, and Purdy definitely had some problems. But this is going to be a good matchup. I think last year when the Dolphins played the Ravens were down big, and they came back to win against the Ravens. So there must be a little bit of revenge on the Ravens' mind. Plus, with the Ravens have every potential chance to get the number one seed, I think this is a game that they have everything to play for. The Dolphins are 11-4. The Ravens are 12-3. So the winner of this game definitely gets the clear path to the number one seed and potential bye. But I do think that this is at the Ravens. I don't feel the Ravens are going to lose this one. The Ravens will not only cover the 3 points, but will convincingly win against the Dolphins. The final one I wanted to pick this is actually another one that has playoff implications. The Saints and Buccaneers. The Buccaneers definitely have come very strong in the last 5 games. They were at one point 4-7. They won 4 in a row to capture the division lead in that NFC South. But they're playing at home, and the Falcons and Saints still have a shot to win the NFC South. But I have a feeling that Baker Mayfield has the Bucs playing well. Mike Evans is Mike Evans. The defense has played well, and like I said, the Saints have lost 1. They're 3-5 on the road. The Buccaneers are actually only 4-3 at home, so they've not been really sharp at home. But I do feel that with the division on the line, the Buccaneers can. I think it's only a 2.5 spread. The Buccaneers will win by 3, and the Buccaneers should win that NFC South to get the number 4 seed, which would means that if the Eagles win against the Cardinals, that should be an easy win, and the Cowboys winning would still keep the Eagles one game ahead of the Cowboys, and the Eagles will get the number will get the number 1 or 2 seed in the NFC, and the Cowboys will have to settle for the 5th seed, which means if the Buccaneers win an NFC South, the Cowboys will have to go on the road to play at the Buccaneers. With that, that would pretty much wrap up the week number 17 of the NFL. 3 games which are critical from a playoff seeding standpoint and also playoff implications. So let's see if they will come to fruition. And Happy New Year to all the listeners who've supported me throughout this journey. And we'll come back in the new year to wrap up week number 18 and before we get into the playoffs. Thank you so much for listening.